How is freedom of movement going to change after Brexit?
Regardless of all the uncertainty surrounding Brexit, one thing is clear, and that is that freedom of movement is coming to an end. The only thing we don't know is when that is going to happen. If the UK reaches an agreement with the EU with regard to its withdrawal, then freedom of movement will continue unchanged throughout the transition period, which is due to end on 31st December 2020. However, if no deal can be reached, the government have recently announced that they will bring freedom of movement to an end on 30th of March this year. And that will mean that from that point onwards, EU nationals will be able to enter into the UK upon production of a valid passport or national identity card, but they will only be able to remain for 3 months. And if they want to stay for longer, they need to apply for a European temporary leave to remain. And if that's granted, they can then live and study and work in the UK for a period of 3 years. However, regardless of whether we have a deal or no deal Brexit, one thing is also clear, and that is that from the 1st of January 2021, a new Immigration Act will come into force, which will, from that point onwards, be the governing legislation that oversees all immigration into the UK, regardless of whether that is from within or outside the European Economic Area. Now, in December, the government produced a white paper which outlined what that immigration scheme would look like, and that looks very much to be a skills-based point system. What was of concern to many businesses, however, is that they were adopting a recommendation of the Migration Advisory Committee that there be a salary threshold of £30,000. And if you applied that eligibility test to the 2.2 million EU nationals who are currently working within the UK, almost 3/4 of those individuals would not be eligible to work under the new criteria. And that is a massive concern for business. When you find that there is a conflict between this positioning of the new immigration scheme is focusing very much on the high-skilled, highly paid individuals, and the fact that the real recruitment challenges are often faced by those sectors in the UK where you're looking at, so-called lower skilled and certainly lower paid roles.